American Pickers, the real story of Mike Wolfe and Frank Fritz's argument. Hello everyone, my name is Elena B. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Frank Fritz and Mike Wolfe haven't been together in a very long time. This holds true for both their private and personal life, as well as their collaboration on American Pickers, the hit show on the History Channel. Unfortunately, a falling out between the long-standing friends led to both emotional and professional alienation. After much speculation, American Pickers fans are finally given the truth regarding Mike Wolfe and Frank Fritz's falling out. It seems that all of the problems between Frank Fritz and Mike Wolfe began around 2020. At this point, Fritz began to experience back problems. He thought he was going to be leaving American Pickers for a little while. It seemed that he was going to get the necessary back surgery and then come back. Whether I return to the show is up to the network, Frank Fritz clarified in 2021. It won't have any impact on me at all. I stayed on the show. I completed my shooting. Neither he nor the show experienced that. COVID struck after his back surgery, which resulted in 2 rods and over 200 sutures. Since then, Frank Fritz has not appeared on American Pickers. In 2021, American Pickers made a comeback to the History Channel with brand new episodes. Frank Fritz, a fan favorite, was not there this time. At this point, it was claimed that one of the show's stars had been dismissed by the network. At the time, Mike Wolfe attempted to explain the circumstances. He wrote on Instagram, "I've known Frank for as long as I can remember. He's been like a brother to me. Like all life, the path that Frank, Danny, Colby, and I embarked on back in 2009 has had its ups and downs, rewards and setbacks, but it has also been the most fulfilling. Like all of you, I miss Frank and hope that the next phase of his journey brings him nothing but the best." Frank Fritz was not seen by the History Channel as part of the big picture of American Pickers at this time. Fritz said he would like to come back the show despite this, but he wasn't sure whether that was possible. He disclosed, "A lot of controversy is going on right now." Mike Wolfe provided some insight into the nature of the controversy. According to his explanation, Frank Fritz struggled with alcohol. This was the actual cause of his departure from American Pickers. Mike Wolfe stated, "We all do care about Frank and want him back on the show. We would adore speaking with him once more, but he simply struggles to get it right. Frank is simply dealing with his addictions on a personal level. Unfortunately, the choices he has made have shaped who he is." Mike Wolfe was clearly in love with his childhood buddy, but Frank Fritz would not believe him. Frank Fritz reportedly remarked, "Mike's statement was bullshit," in reference to the remarks made by Mike Wolfe. "It was written out for him by someone. I don't think he said 5 kind words to me in 10 years. Unless we were both laughing and he was chopping down someone else." It also seems like Frank Fritz is envious of his pal. The show is skewed 1000% in favor of Mike. "It would be impossible for me to demonstrate to you just how much." "That's okay," Fritz reportedly said. "It seems like you have Aerosmith and the frontman, Steven Tyler. I located my place. On the show, he's number 1 and I'm number 2. I have no issue with that. Perhaps there's a problem with him." The two American Pickers stars seem to be trying to patch up their strained friendship. For the first time in many years, the two buddies got together nearly a year ago. At this point, Frank Fritz and Mike Wolfe started to heal. "There was never a feud," a buddy said. "They weren't at odds." The friend clarified that they needed time apart in order to really appreciate one another. It seems like a pause was necessary for the friendship to endure after all the years of working together. Share your thoughts with us. Were you aware of Frank Fritz's alcoholism issues? Are you happy that they will soon be close friends once more? Leave a remark in the space provided below. The shocking truth behind Frank Fritz and Mike Wolfe feud revealed. For years, American Pickers has been a staple of reality television, captivating audiences with its blend of antique hunting, road trips, and the undeniable chemistry between its stars, Mike Wolfe and Frank Fritz. Viewers grew attached to their genuine friendship and dynamic, often joking about their rivalry and playful bickering. However, in recent months, things have taken a dramatic turn, leaving fans in shock and disbelief. The truth behind the Americanpickers stars' relationship has come to light, and it's far from the heartwarming friendship viewers once believed it to be. What caused the rift between Frank and Mike? Was their bond ever real, or was it all a facade for the cameras? Here's everything you need to know about the shocking feud between Frank Fritz and Mike Wolfe that has fans talking. The beginning of Americanpickers, a friendship built on collecting. When Americanpickers first aired in 2010, Mike Wolfe and Frank Fritz became instantly recognizable. They were the quirky, fun-loving duo that traveled across the country in search of forgotten treasures, unearthing rare antiques and hidden gems along the way. Their chemistry was undeniable, and their friendship seemed genuine. Viewers tuned in each week to see their witty banter, their different approaches to picking, and their undeniable bond. Frank and Mike's contrasting personalities were part of the show's charm. Mike, the more serious and business-minded picker, balanced out Frank's laid-back and humorous nature. Their dynamic seemed to be the perfect match, and fans loved to see how they complemented each other. They were the epitome of a best friend duo who shared a common passion for collecting. However, behind the scenes, the reality was not as perfect as it appeared on screen. Over time, cracks began to appear in their relationship. The tension was subtle at first, but eventually became undeniable. The first signs of trouble. Is it all just for the cameras? In early seasons, there were rumors that not all was well between Mike and Frank. Fans had noticed some passive-aggressive behavior between the two stars, but the issues were mostly brushed under the rug, allowing the show to continue with the illusion of a close-knit friendship. But as Americanpickers continued to rise in popularity, it became apparent that something was brewing behind the scenes. Reports emerged that Frank's absence from several episodes in recent seasons wasn't just due to scheduling conflicts. Fans began to speculate that Mike and Frank were having disagreements that were affecting their on-screen chemistry. The producers of Americanpickers began to limit Frank's role, and Mike began appearing more frequently with other co-hosts and experts, including new faces like Danielle Colby and even Mike's brother, Robbie Wolfe. While no one had concrete evidence of a fallout, the absence of Frank in so many episodes started to raise suspicions. Were the producers trying to downplay the friction between the two, or was there something deeper going on? The real reason behind Frank's departure. In 2020, the rumors about Frank's departure from Americanpickers hit a boiling point. Fans were shocked to learn that Frank was no longer part of the show, and the producers issued an ambiguous statement about his exit. The show didn't provide a lot of details, leaving many wondering whether Frank had quit, was fired, or had been sidelined due to personal issues. It became clear that Frank's absence wasn't as simple as a contract dispute or scheduling conflict. In interviews, Frank alluded to tension between him and Mike, suggesting that their relationship had grown strained over the years. In one particularly telling statement, Frank said, "It's not like it used to be. I think Mike and I were better as a team, but sometimes people change." Fans were left reeling from Frank's words. What had caused the once close friendship to deteriorate? Was Mike the cause of the rift, or was Frank simply tired of the spotlight? The truth remained elusive, and as Americanpickers continued without Frank, many fans began to turn on Mike, questioning his role in the fallout. Mike Wolfe's response: is he hiding the truth? While Frank was open about the tension in interviews, Mike was noticeably silent. For months, Mike offered little insight into what had actually happened between him and Frank. When asked about the situation, he often gave vague, non-committal responses, leading fans to believe that there was more to the story than he was willing to reveal. However, in a rare interview in 2021, Mike finally addressed the rumors surrounding his relationship with Frank. In the interview, he admitted that there had been disagreements but downplayed their significance. He claimed that Frank's absence was due to personal reasons, and that he had no ill will towards his former co-star. Mike even said that he hoped Frank would return to the show, but it was clear that the relationship had changed. Despite his claims of wanting to mend things, Mike's behavior on social media told a different story. Fans noticed that Mike frequently posted about the show without acknowledging Frank, and he even began to distance himself from the Americanpickers brand that had once been so closely tied to both of them. Was this an attempt to move on from the past, or was Mike trying to avoid the fallout of a broken friendship? Frank's health issues, a possible factor in the rift? As the months went on, some fans began to wonder if Frank's health problems had contributed to the tension between him and Mike. Frank had openly discussed his struggles with weight issues and back surgery, which forced him to take time off from the show. Could Mike have been frustrated with Frank's absences, leading to a deeper rift between them? In a 2021 interview, Frank admitted that his health had taken a toll on his ability to work as much as he used to. He also expressed regret over the physical strain that his lifestyle had caused, but it was clear that this had put a strain on his relationship with Mike. Could Mike have been frustrated with carrying the show on his own, while Frank dealt with personal issues? Was this the tipping point for their falling out? The fallout? Can Americanpickers ever be the same? With Frank's departure, Americanpickers has struggled to regain the same magic that made it so popular in its early seasons. Fans have been vocal in their disappointment, with many feeling that the show has lost its charm without the dynamic between Frank and Mike. New co-hosts and guest stars have been introduced, but it's clear that the absence of Frank has left a hole in the heart of the show. The question now is whether Americanpickers can survive without the iconic duo. Can Mike continue to carry the show on his own, or will the fans demand that Frank return to restore the balance? The relationship between Mike and Frank may never be the same, but the fans want answers, and they want closure on what really happened between the two stars. What does the future hold for Mike and Frank? As Americanpickers continues to evolve, both Mike and Frank have moved on in different ways. Mike has embraced his role as the sole host of the show, while Frank has taken a step back from the limelight. But the lingering question remains: will there ever be a reconciliation between the two former friends? Fans have made it clear that they miss the old dynamic, and many are hoping that Frank will return to Americanpickers in some capacity. While it's uncertain whether the two will ever repair their fractured relationship, one thing is for sure: the truth behind Frank and Mike's feud will continue to intrigue fans for years to come. As Americanpickers moves forward, the legacy of Mike Wolfe and Frank Fritz's friendship and subsequent fallout will forever remain a key part of the show's history. Fans may never know the full truth, but they'll continue to speculate about what really happened behind the scenes. The feud between Mike and Frank may be the best-kept secret in reality TV, but it's one that fans will never forget. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Americanpickers 24, and stay with us.